I saw Lily was posting that she's gonna get to interview Dan Clancy, and I was like, ooh, which is good because I don't really see, not just him, he's not super bad with it, I don't think, but like Twitch in general, staff and any events they do, whatever. I feel like I don't see a lot of VTubers involved in like the generalized Twitch community. It's a lot of OGs, like streamers that have been around for a long time, that definitely get brought into this kind of stuff, and not really a lot of VTubers, because a lot of VTubers are newer. Almost all of them are like COVID babies. You know what I mean? And then along with that, a lot of the newer streamers, people that have popped off the last like 2-3 years, they also don't really show up in a lot of this stuff. But you know, it disproportionately affects VTubers because a lot of them are newer, and it always just ends up being, you know, like these people from forever ago. So my question that I wanted to submit was just to see if like he has any thoughts on how to better integrate specifically VTubers into everything, because like when they do really big events, and I mean really big events, I don't see VTubers in them ever. Now, to be fair, a lot of those events are hosted and run and organized and everything by certain creators, not Twitch itself. Twitch is just endorsing it and helping them by getting the broadcast going or whatever they need, right? So in their defense, those people, a lot of them, I think, just don't know that many VTubers. So that's fine. But then when you get like Rivals and stuff like that, I think when Rivals had a bigger team and they were running a lot more events, I did see some more VTubers involved. I was even invited to some in the past. Nowadays, any of the really big Rivals events, I just don't really see VTubers in there unless they're like the top 5 highest CCV ones. And the thing is, in Rivals events, I'll see someone who is a Flesh streamer with like 200 CCV get invited because they're like, there's someone who's been around for a long time. But why not any VTubers of the same size, right? It's not necessarily that Twitch, like, I don't think Twitch hates them and is like, I'm not inviting them. I think it's just that they don't know them. They just do not know of them. So how can we get this integration to be better and have them know of them? The same way, if you want VTubers to be invited to like things that random Flesh streamers do, then yeah, they have to know them. How can we better integrate? So we'll see if that becomes a thing. Maybe it doesn't happen, but I don't know. Wasn't Rain in the last one? Yes, she was, and I was glad to see it. I was like, oh, finally. But I don't know. But and I'm not gonna say she's like the hugest streamer in the world, but she's definitely like a larger VTuber. I don't really see many that are like under 1K get invited, you know? So I don't know. I just think it would be nice. And I just want to know if he has any thoughts on like how to integrate. But I did say, yeah, they're going to do like guilds or something. And there might be a VTuber guild, which would be cool. But I don't know what that entails. Like, it sounds good to me, but I have no idea what it means. It's a little community within the community. We already kind of soft do that. So what tools or whatever could they give us that actually changes anything? Basically like a Discord server networking. Well, right. So I like that because, well, I don't know. I don't do I like that? I don't know. I have to see it first. I don't think I'll dislike it. I think anything to try and help is positive, but I'm just like, let's make sure it's good. Those basically already exist though, but nothing centralized under Twitch. It's all like people make their own Discord servers or whatever, right? Which is cool. But then like if some random creator has like a personal problem with another creator, they're just like, oh, don't invite them to the Discord, or oh, we have to make a channel that this person can't see, or things like that, right? Whereas Twitch being able to just be like, hey, anyone who does this thing can be here and you can't get pushed out for a stupid social reason, I think that's good, because I don't think there's a problem with those Discord servers being the way they are, right? Where it's like a social, safer space for those people, for that friend group or whatever. But there needs to be something that isn't that. And the only way for that to happen is like the platform itself or something to run it. And no singular VTuber is gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna run the unbiased Discord for everyone, because it becomes a full-time job. Like, there's no way, right? So I don't know. I think it could be cool. I think also because everyone would be in it, a lot of people who are very large VTubers would probably not use it that much, because I'll be totally honest. Every community has the same issue where people who are really big are seen as gatekeepy. You can't become friends with them. You can't talk to them. They don't message back, whatever. It's because they're really fucking busy. And because a lot of people want to be their friends, so they have a billion options and one person can only have just so many friends. You know what I mean? So they're perceived that way. And then someone who's a smaller creator maybe isn't as sought after, so they feel like they have to go out and get friends. And they're like, oh, it's because I'm small. And I'm like, I think it's a natural flow. Maybe for some it's not natural, but I think it's just a natural flow. So I feel like something like that, where it's like made for networking, I think a lot of the people who are already big probably wouldn't use it because they're already well networked, right? Like they don't need something to put them in front of people to be seen. But small people do. Small creators do. So I like it for them. You know, I think it'd be nice. I can just tell it'll be disproportionately used by smaller creators, which honestly, I think is good because smaller creators are the ones that say they have the most trouble finding people to do stuff with. So either way, I think it will do some good no matter what, you know, because then also let's say we have an issue, right? VTubers believe they're being disproportionately banned over outfits, right? If there's this guild, right? Let's say there's like an area where you can make posts or something. Now all the VTubers who are recognized by Twitch as VTubers have a spot to grieve, all right? And be like, oh, this person's channel's gone because of this thing. It makes no sense. Oh, VTubers don't get invited to this, right? And then they can compile it and they can see it and throw it in front of Twitch, and they can see it and they can see the people's accounts attached to it. So Twitch has a direct way to be like, this is this person, that's that person. Because yeah, you can tag them on Twitter or whatever, but your Twitter account and your Twitch account are two different accounts on different platforms. You don't have the same following on them, whatever, you know? This takes the doing research part out of it a little bit. They can just directly see, okay, this streamer on our platform who does stream on our platform and is a VTuber genuinely wants this thing, right? So I think that's good. So my hope is they build something that can be used that way, right? I don't know. I think it'd be nice. But we'll see. I have no clue what their plans for it are.